afternoon to Dr. Armando Kitan and also Associate Professor Ir Aziz as my supervisor in the student industry training. My name is Adrian and my ID is 19969. I am from the Faculty of Chemical Engineering and I am working in KIDA Laboratories, Kumamoto University, Japan. Where am I today? Where is Kumamoto University? Where is Kumamoto? From this diagram, you can see that Kumamoto is located at the northern part of Japan, which is in the Kyushu Prefecture, which Kumamoto Prefecture is near to Fukuoka Prefecture from this diagram. Let's talk about the history of Kumamoto University. Kumamoto University is also known as Shongpen Daxue in the Chinese name, which is one of the Japanese national university located in Kyushu region. The university is established on May 31st, 1949 after submerging with these 5 colleges: the Kumamoto Teacher College, the Kumamoto Pharmaceutical College, the 5th High School, the Kumamoto Medical College, and also the Kumamoto Technical College. These are some pictures that illustrate the Kumamoto University. The main gate of Kumamoto University, the Museum of 5th High School, the Graduate School building, and also the Kumamoto University Library. In the year of 2016, Kumamoto universities have 7 faculties and also 8 graduate schools with around of 10,000 students and also 400 international students from Asia, North America, South America, and Europe gathered together to study in this place. And recently, it has been known as one of the super global university in Japan by the Japanese government, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology. These are the 7 faculties in Kumamoto University. The Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of Education, the Faculty of Science, School of Pharmacies, the Faculty of Letters, the Faculty of Law, and also the Faculty of Medicine. KIDA Laboratory. This is the workplace that I've been assigned to do my research under this internship. KIDA Laboratory is a laboratory of the Department of Applied Chemistry and Biochemistry, Kumamoto University. They are very specialized in nanomaterial synthesis, development of functional devices, microwave technology, supercritical fluid, biomass advanced utilization technology, energy conservation process, and also extraction of natural products. They are doing some research activities such as nanomaterial synthesis, electrochemical devices, separation membrane, gas sensing, supercritical separation and reaction system, pulse power technology, microwave-induced separation and reaction, and biomass conversion. And I'm located in the microwave-induced separation and reaction activities. The main objective of this student internship training is to integrate the theoretical knowledge with hands-on experience, to expose students to the future working life, to demonstrate skill in communication, leadership, and also management, to display a good work ethic and work culture, and practice all the regulations on HSE, the health, safety, environment requirement in the working place. Work culture. KIDA Laboratory is committed to produce a safety and healthy environment for their employees. Therefore, it is very important that all the members of KIDA Laboratory to understand the health, safety, environment policies. This is because we are handling with chemicals which are very dangerous. And the nature of the chemicals can be very explosive, high flammable, toxic, irritating, oxidizer, corrosive, and also environmental hazard. Therefore, we must take initiative and precaution on those chemicals. Besides that, hazards exists in a form in every places, such as sharp edges, falling of object, or production of sparks. Therefore, we must fully understand the personal protective guidance in order to minimize the exposure to those danger. The first sign non-smoking, which means that we could not smoke in the laboratory because it might ignite the flammable materials and produce fire accidents. And when we enter the laboratory, we should wear lab coat, gloves, and also goggles, so to reduce or minimize the in touch with those dangerous chemicals. We cannot consume any food in the laboratory because it might be contaminated by the chemicals in the surrounding, and we could not take any drugs in the laboratory because it could reduce our performance in the workplace. Work ethic. In Japan, I found that the Japanese are workaholic. They work day and night to strive for a high standard of professionalism. They are very loyal and devotion to their nations. They are very honesty and integrity and uphold a caring attitude for every individual. In Kida Laboratory, I found that the members are very responsible. They bear all the responsibility on the tasks given to them. Secondly, they are very helpful. Although there's a language barrier between me and the Japanese students, but when I face any difficulties in the laboratory, they will try their very best to help me. Last but not least, the Japanese members in Kida Laboratory are very committed to their work and be very proactive. Working experience. These are the main 4 skills that I learned throughout my student internship training program. First one is independent. Before I come, my friend asked me that why I choose to do my internship in Japan instead of Malaysia. Because in Malaysia, the living cost is less, you won't feel any homesick because you can travel back home every day and you do not have any language barrier. But for me, I do think that if this is a greatest opportunity for me to expose myself to a foreign country, to step out from my comfort zone, to come to a foreign workplace to work. So I think that this makes me more matured and independent on doing my stuff. Secondly, communication skills. Although I could not speak a very good Japanese in here, but I take initiative to attend the basic Japanese class on every Thursday. Thirdly, time management. Every Monday and Friday, I need to report my progress to my supervisor. Therefore, I need to have a very good time management in order to finish my task efficiently and reduce delay in progress. Last is about knowledge. Before I come here, I do not have any research-based idea. I don't know how to do any research at all. But during these 4 months as I did, I learned what is research and how to manipulate with the result. And I think that research is very fun and very interesting. I have attended the Japan Asia Youth Exchange Program in Science 2016. These are some of the plant visits such as Asahi Glass, Tachiobaru Power Plants, and also Suntory Beer Factory. I also attended the seminar of Women in Science and Technology Education. In this seminar, I learned that the output is very valuable because it's come from different perspectives, different ideas, and from different races of people. Now let's go to discussion and sustainability. My research project is about the development of bifunctional graphene-based catalysts for biodiesel production under microwave irradiation. And my objective is to produce high yield of biodiesel. What is biodiesel? Biodiesel is one of the renewable fuel that can reduce the usage of fossil fuel, because we know that fossil fuel keep depleting in future. Secondly, biodiesel is non-toxic and very biodegradable, which means that it will not affect the mother nature. Last but not least, it produces less pollution if compared to diesel because the emission of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide is lesser. The catalyst preparation. The materials that I use to produce my heterogeneous catalyst is the silicon carbide, coated with the sodium hydroxide and graphene oxide. And the feedstock that I am using are the rapeseed oil and also the oleic acid. The rapeseed oil will represent the triglyceride for transesterification process. Meanwhile, the oleic acid will represent the fatty acid for the esterification process. Conclusion and recommendations. Throughout my student training, industrial training, it provided me an opportunities to experience how the industrial workplace and act as a preparation for me to be familiar with the industrial and also research environment for my future career. And there are some recommendations. The first one is for the students. The students should communicate with my university UTP lecturer before going to internship so that they will understand the learning structure. Second, the student must be very proactive and productive during the internship in the host company. Lastly, the UTP supervisor must constantly assist students in the internship. That's all from me. Thank you. I would like to open to the floor. Yeah.
Okay. So question from the volunteer. Yes,
Can you provide a brief explanation how you use your feedstock and your catalyst?
Okay. Sorry for the delay. Okay, my feedstock are rapeseed oil. Rapeseed oil will be the triglyceride for the transesterification process. It will react with the methanol to produce the fatty acid methyl ester, which are the biodiesel and also the glycerol. Meanwhile, oleic acid will represent the fatty acid to react with the methanol to produce biodiesel and also water. This catalyst will enhance, because the sodium hydroxide will help in the reaction of transesterifications, and the graphene oxide will enhance the esterification process. That's all for me. And you will get higher yield of biodiesel.
So what's the process of the reaction? It's just mixing. And what reactor do you use for this reaction?
Okay. First, I will coat the silicon carbide with the sodium hydroxide through mixing and also implement with graphene oxide. After that, I will add it to my feedstock and the reaction will take out in the microwave for 30 minutes, approximately 30 minutes. And I will test my sample using gas chromatography, GCFID, to see the peak, the 5 peaks of the biodiesel, and I will calculate the yield through the graph.
So you will combine your catalyst and your...
I will combine the peak, the peak area in the...
No, I mean, when you react it inside the microwave, you will combine directly both the catalyst and the feedstock,
Yes.
right? After reaction, do you need to separate the catalyst and then the feedstock?
No, because it will straight away produce the biodiesel and also glycerol. The glycerol will at the bottom part and the biodiesel will at the top part.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask something? What's the free fatty acid in raw material?
The free fatty acid,
Yeah, in raw.
throughout the literature review, I found that the rapeseed oil will have a free fatty acid of less than 3%, but some literature review they stated is 1.5%. It's less than 2, which means that it's very good for transesterification process.
Yeah. If I change the raw material in the high free fatty acid, do you think it's work or bad?
I think it's not good because in high fatty acid, free fatty acid, it will produce saponification and also hydrolysis that will reduce the yield of the biodiesel.
And question. Sodium hydroxide, do you mix silicon carbide, sodium hydroxide, and graphene oxide together and feedstock?
Yes.
your catalyst not cell reaction. Maybe sodium oxide react with graphene oxide carboxylic, and silicon carbide is Lewis acid react with base.
Oh, I tested it. If just only graphene oxide, it won't react with the oleic acid through the transistor esterification, and if just silicon carbide, it won't react at all. But after adding the sodium hydroxide, and I do some filtration to remove the impurities or the excess of sodium hydroxide, so I can ensure that my catalyst is working for this process.
Okay.
So you check already silicon carbide, you're not getting any.
No.
You check it with rapeseed,
Yes.
also with oleic acid.
I haven't checked with oleic acid, just
Try to check the effect of silicon carbide on oleic acid. That might serve as, that could be acidic silicon carbide. But please check. It might have some catalytic activity on esterification. And then after that, you impregnate sodium hydroxide into silicon carbide. Were you able to impregnate all the sodium, or were you successful impregnating sodium hydroxide into silicon carbide?
yes.
Okay. You checked it for the transesterification reaction.
Yeah.
You're getting good results also.
But the reaction time must be in the range of 30 minutes to 35 minutes.
Okay. And then you added graphene oxide into sodium hydroxide coated or impregnated silicon carbide. What happens if you add graphene oxide?
It will just on the layer of the silicon carbide and the sodium hydroxide, it will not affect the yield in the transesterification process.
Okay. So you now have this catalyst consisting of the silicon carbide. Well, the silicon carbide, you know, that's highly microwave absorbent, so it's good for microwave assisted processes. The sodium hydroxide will be responsible for the transesterification. And then the graphene oxide for the, hopefully for the esterification. And then where you will be using this as a bifunctional catalyst to treat high free fatty acid containing oil, right? Like for example, waste. Okay. How are you going to analyze the esterification rate and the transesterification rate for feedstock containing, let's say, 10% oleic acid?
I will calculate the, how am I calculate the yield? I will calculate, use the biodiesel that produced, the volume of the biodiesel that produced, and do some calculation, multiply with the how much feedstock that I'm using, and it will produce in percentage. Because every feed in the GCFID will have its molecular mass and molar mass. So I will calculate and multiply it and will get the yield of it.
Okay. How about the esterification rate or transesterification rate? How would you calculate the esterification
Oh,
rate and the transesterification?
in transesterifications, I need to divide by 3 because 1 triglyceride reacts with 3 methanol. But in the esterification, I do not need to divide by anything because the ratio is 1 to 1.
Okay. That's good. Nicholas, do you have any questions?
What are the main reasons for you to use microwave instead of conventional heating?
Because microwave will have selective heating, it will take less time if compared to the conventional heating. For example, using conventional heating, you need like 7 to 10 hours to heat up the sample. But using microwave, I just need 10 to 20, maybe 30 minutes. I can get the yield of biodiesel. So it saves time and saves energy. Go green.
Can you calculate the energy consumption compared to the conventional method
Energy consumption.
using microwave?
Maybe yes.
Okay.
but this is not in part of my project. Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, I will try.
Okay.
Okay.
You can calculate it anyway based on the microwave power output. It's good. So, well, the same question as Hapo. What are some of the skills that you have gained for your 2-month stay? And how are you going to use that to improve yourself for your future career as a chemical engineer?
Because I think after graduate, I will continue my master studies. So I think that this knowledge can really help me in my master and maybe PhD study. So I think it's very valuable for me. And those equipment that I'm using, like GCFID and microwave, but I also learned from HANA the BT, the FTIR and FTIR method. So I think it can be very useful for me in my future.
I didn't know that you have plans to pursue further studies,
Yeah.
masters in PhD, like Nicholas.
Yes, I think
That's
so.
great. That's great. Okay. So as much as possible you learn, how to operate several analytical equipments that we have. That's for your future career as a researcher, as a research chemical engineer. That's good. Any other questions? Apple, do you have any questions? No. Fine. So thank you very much for your presentation. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.